if you are still jobless, even after graduation, let's fix that with my 90-day roadmap. Hi, this is Rajasekhar, author of the book Bridging the Gap, the ultimate 90-day roadmap to your first IT job. I'm a full stack mentor guiding students to get their first IT job. So in this book, I just wanted to discuss about the first chapter today, how it can bring a job for you in 90 days. The first chapter, the harsh reality, why degrees alone don't get you hired. So most of the people think that my degree is enough. Companies will be on queue to hire me after completing this degree or after completing this graduation. So remember one thing, there are some people who are not getting hired even they come from IITs. Even IITs will not have 100% placement. Still, there are some people who are not getting placed even from IIT. So if you are here, I'm not here to talk about IITs or big colleges who have well placements track record. Here I'm here to help tier 2 or tier 3 colleges who came from a village background, who came from small town and small engineering college. They completed their graduation and still, even after completing their course, still they are not able to get the IT job. So if you have been trying for more than 3 months, it is not your fault. It is not about your technology or your skill set. It's about your job strategy, how you are searching for a job. If you are in that situation, please comment here about what is the biggest problem of yours for getting the job. I can help you by explaining this, or I will continue whatever the things I have discussed in the book. Here, I just wanted to tell Ajay's story, who was graduated and he completed his course. He was applying for many jobs. Still, he was not able to getting hired. He doesn't know anything, why he was not getting hired, why he was not getting the calls. He was simply applying. He was assuming himself like whether I may not be perfect, the course is not correct, or the market is dull, there is recession is going on. For that reason, I'm not getting opportunities. One fine day, he saw a job post. He felt that it is perfectly matched for him, and he was getting ready to apply for that job. He ready with the resume. While he's applying for the job, just saw one more time about the job description. At that time, his heart fell sunk. He completely lost. He saw one more line. We are looking for 2 years experience. He went into frustration. How can a person get experience without getting any opportunities? Everybody is asking for experience. Who will give the job for freshers? He was completely frustrated, and he was thinking, how can we get rid of the situation? Then, how do I get experience if no one hires freshers? He was in that situation, and he was looking for the solution. How can we get out of this situation? How can we gain some experience? He turned into his seniors, who are not real mentors, but in some way they can give some suggestions. You need to get a fancy resume. So your resume seems very basic. You need to get some fancy stuff. Go to Canva and design a colorful resume. But one another senior said that you need to be clean. You need to have a clean resume. It should be one page resume. Somebody said you should have at least 3 pages resume. You should show all your skills and experience. Even you don't have experience, put some projects. Just fill your resume with all kind of data. He's getting mixed kind of suggestions from his mentors. You know one thing, it is good to have a bad one mentor instead of having multiple good mentors in your life. Even in military, if you have two good commanders, the person who is in military, he may get some conflict. Which commander should I follow? He doesn't do anything. He doesn't follow any instruction. Even he's a bad mentor, bad commander. So if there is only one, he must follow the rule. So in a similar situation, he couldn't be in the situation which instruction has to take. In this case, he got a few more suggestions like, uh, see, when we are in some deep sorrow, or when we are in ill, everybody will be doctor in our family. If you are feeling cold or if you are feeling uh, a fever, somebody will ask you to take a paracetamol. Somebody will ask you to uh, take some antibiotics. Here also, same thing is happening. Everybody is ready to help you in some other way, but they may not be a doctor, but they treat you like a patient and they feel like a doctor. They will ask you, what is your problem? What is your current situation? Show me your resume. How many applications did you apply? What kind of roles are you applying for? As a fresher, you should not do that. You should not do this. They'll give all kind of instructions, but you don't know which one to follow, right? And and one more thing, even they give you some suggestions, even you follow that, they may not give you feedback if it doesn't work. If they may not be there for you for almost 90 days or till you get the job. That's why uh, you may have to choose your mentor. So anyway, in this game, in this journey, I just wanted to share all my tactics and strategies in life if you are in life. So if you find useful, you may also bring some friends who are struggling for getting the job, or even for getting the job itself is not a big task. So before that, there are a lot of steps involved in. So where are you currently now? If you are getting interview calls, not able to crack the interview, you might be in a different situation. You have skills, you made a resume, you are applying for a lot of jobs. still you are not getting any call, not getting shortlisted, then you have to take another path. So based on the situation, we have to take the decision. So what to follow? So I will, if you are live, if you are watching live, just follow these instructions. And after some instructions from your mentor, your seniors, so they may tell you all these things. You need to learn more programming languages. They simply check your resume. If you have very less skills in your skill set, they simply guide you like you have only three skills. You need to learn a lot of programming languages to get hired as a fresher. But the reality is different. Even you are mastering one technology, even you're mastering a particular skill set, those are enough. So I will show you how to use them uh, in this journey. So somebody will tell you your resume is not good enough. Make it fancier, as I already discussed about it. So no need to have a fancy resume, but the thing is, what you are putting in that resume is matter. It's not about colors. It's not about fancy things, about decoration. But one more thing, I still in this in before writing this book, I had taken almost more than 200 one-to-one sessions with the students who are really looking for the jobs. So I identified a lot of problems what they are facing. So based on that, I can suggest you this. No need to have a fancy resume. No need to have a multi-page resume. Even one-page resume is enough. If you have multiple things to showcase, then you may go up to 2 pages. So not 3 pages kinds of resume can work. So as a fresher, recruiters will check your resume for only 10 to 6 to 10 seconds. They will not spend much time on it. Even in my team, I'm also hiring some experienced guys. I'm also looking for full stack developer. When I receive a resume from a HR, I simply go to skill section, what are the skills are there, and quickly go to summary section, what is their experience, and quickly go to their projects, what kind of projects they made. I hardly spend 10 to 15 seconds max. I ask them to schedule an interview. Once in the interview, I may deep down into their skills. What are their projects, how they made, what kind of problems they faced in their journey. So I will interview all these things to check their credibility, to check their capabilities. Okay. So as we are talking about freshers, I just continue with the flow. So after hearing all these things from the multiple mentors, which I am calling as your seniors, as your mentors, you get overwhelmed. Which one to follow? You are in a situation in confusion state. You don't know which one to follow. Then you may fall into some frustration, and soon uh, your little brain will be talking to you. You are not good enough. Maybe freshers just don't get hired anymore. Maybe I need to get some fake experience. Then only I can get into a job. So as a freshers, I can't do anything. Everybody is looking for experienced people only. So let me make some fake experience kind of thing. It doesn't work out. Maybe I should go for a master degree just to delay a job hunting. Instead of they don't realize about. the job strategy or job searching process. They simply feel that because of my graduation, I'm not getting the job. Let's go for post graduation. Let's go for masters kind of thing. Still, the reality is even you do BTech or MTech, it doesn't matter in the job. They simply check for your experience. Based on your experience only, you will get the payment. As you did MTech, they may not give you higher salary than BTech student. It's purely based on your skill set and your capabilities. Then one fine day, he found a mentor who is actually guiding him, like who walked the path, who walked this kind of journey. He also struggled a lot. He tried for more than 3 years for the job. He found the way how to avoid all these mistakes. Then he guided him. So, what companies are exactly looking for? What is the hiring process? And where are you making some mistakes during this hiring process? How to overcome those? And then, after he came to know all these things, then he got hired. In a quick manner, I will just share you what companies are exactly looking for. Give me a second, just come back. Yes. Now let's discuss what companies are really looking for, how the hiring process will be. Based on that, you can take some action steps in this journey. The first thing, most of the companies will be using ATS in their hiring process. ATS means applicant tracking system. They'll use some tools to filter the candidates, to shortlist the candidates, and to move these candidates to the next level. What kind of status that does they have, whether they selected or not, and whether they crack the technical interview or not. So for these things, I will tell you how the ATS works. So before that, how the actual job will be created before posting in a portal. Okay. So as a team lead, currently I'm working as a solution architect, building scalable applications real time. Okay. ERP kind of thing. And in our team, if I get some tight deadlines or some overload in my work, so I might think about it. So I might have one more member in my team. That's where a real opportunity starts. So not from the HR, not from the company owner. So the real requirement starts from the team lead itself. Whoever is making a project, he will get to know about the requirement first in his mind. Then he asks for his manager approval. If his manager approves the requirement, then he check for the referrals inside the team. Suppose if I have a 5 members or 10 members team, instead of directly going for an unknown person in the market, I'll simply go for internal referrals. That's where you need to understand one more thing. 80% of the jobs will be fulfilled without posting on job portals. So I will talk about it later, how to get referrals. So for now, I just continue how the hiring process will be. Once we get the requirement, how do they post? So let's assume there were no referrals in his team. They did not get the right candidate for any referral. Then they will inform HR. So I need this kind of skill set. So post a job and get some profiles. Okay. So they will simply ask the team leader to share his JD, job description. So let's take one example. Actually, currently I'm looking for main stack developer, MySQL, MongoDB, or sorry, uh, Node.js, Angular, Express.js, MongoDB, or MySQL. So I'm looking for these kind of skills. These are the core skills which I need. But while writing the job description, what I do, so basically, I'm not a good writer. I may be a good coder, but I may not be a good writer to write some one page of content for job description. I simply go to ChatGPT or I go to job portal to check for the similar kind of job descriptions. Then I just simply copy paste that content and send it to HR. Even if I don't have that much time to do all these things, I simply tell about the core technologies I need. What are the currently I have to get only 4 technologies. I just share those 4 technology skills. What kind of experience? Whether I can also try for trained fresher. Sometimes I may look for trained fresher because of the budget. If I don't have the budget to bring experienced candidate, I simply go for fresher who are already trained, who already made some projects. Okay. So in that situation, I simply tell the requirement to HR. These are the 4 skills I need. Just you search relevant profiles. You can write your own job description. Then, if it is okay, I will just approve it and you can post it. In this case, what will happen? They simply, even HR also do the same thing. She might be a little bit more communicative and more uh, knowledge and skills like in writing, but still, even they have some skills in writing job descriptions. Still, they go for professional one who are already posted on job portal or using ChatGPT. They will simply generate it. ChatGPT will give you not only give you these core technologies, they will also add some masala in it and They also add CI/CD, Git repository, hmm, some deployment kind of thing, and AWS skills. These are all not mandatory skills as per my concern. Okay, I'm only looking for core skills. These are the four core skills. But what ChatGPT is doing, it is also adding additional skills which may be required, but which may be added advantage, but those are all not required skills. So what will happen here? By the time of one fine day, they will post a job posting on LinkedIn or Naukri with this fancy job description. Here, our real picture comes into picture. Like most of the freshers will do this kind of things. One person will come to this job posting. They see that we are looking for 0 to 3 years experienced. They think that even they mention 0 to 3 years experience. So most of the times, 3 years experience, the people may apply for this job. So I simply get rejected before going for interview. These are his limiting beliefs. See, we don't know what their intention is, what their budget is. They thought that if even experienced person comes under a budget, we can hire experienced person with 3 years experience. Even we find extremely talented person who is a fresher, even he asks for the more salary, that is also a positive scenario. He may get hired. There are different kinds of situations. We don't know which uh, decision the management take. So our job is to simply apply for any kind of job role. We are not the person who validate the job. Before that, let them validate. Uh, we just simply apply for the job. Okay. So instead of rejecting the job application itself, let's apply for the job. Okay. Here, a person who learned full stack, who has the skills like Angular, Node.js, Express.js, MySQL, MongoDB, he knew all skills. He also had little knowledge about Git as well. He applied for the job. What the real thing happened? As they are using ATS in between HR and the candidate, when they apply for a job, the ATS will scan that resume and check for the relevance to the job description. Simply, we can say it will look for the keywords inside it. What are the different keywords really looking for? Those keywords are matched in that profile or not. In our scenario, we are exactly matched for the job, but ATS is getting rejected that. So let me explain how does it happen. So as they have posted ChatGPT generated or somebody crafted job description on job portal, it has around 8 skills. So along with these 4 skills, Angular, Node.js, Express.js, and MySQL, they also included CI/CD, GitHub, AWS, and even Jenkins. Whatever even they don't know about those skills, they simply add based on the job description. As we have only 4 skills in our resume, as job description has more than eight keywords or eight skills, it is not matching exactly. More than 50% is not matching. So that's why the resume got rejected. Instead of that, how can we apply? And one more mistake made by the most of the job seekers is they create a best resume if they have knowledge, if they have some guidance, but they will apply with the same resume to all jobs. So as HRs and managers following ChatGPT to generate job description. So there is no problem with your resume. There is no problem with their skills. But the thing is, ATS is simply rejecting you because your skills are not exactly matching with the job description. So how can we fix this? In this scenario, we'll simply ask uh, in today's world, not only team leads or HRs are smart, even you can also become smart in this scenario. You can simply copy paste the job description in the chat GPT and upload your resume. You may ask for what are the missing skills in my resume so that you can get noticed. So these are the skills which I am missing. Whether I can learn something about this to crack the interview. You simply ask the ChatGPT, it will give you table of contents. What are the missing elements? What is the relevance? And then you may also ask ChatGPT to generate most relevant resume for this job role. Here the magic will happen. It will give you complete resume. And if you use any kind of fancy layouts for the resume, there will be very difficult to update all your resume for every company. So my suggestion is simply use a Google document which is completely plain. You may include some lines if it is required, but well formatted, well margined. Okay. So you just simply ask ChatGPT itself, give me word-friendly content without any icons, without any special characters, and it should not be sounding like AI generated. You may ask all your requirement to ChatGPT, not an issue. So most of the people will not use it like this. They simply ask for a single line question, but they don't extend the details. So here you can ask everything to ChatGPT. There are two kinds of prompts. One is mega prompt. In this case, you may ask in detail what kind of context you are asking, what kind of role you are applying for. You may also assign a role for the ChatGPT to help you and write the best content, what kind of output you are expecting. You may give all these inputs in your mega prompt. So it's a different subject, how to use ChatGPT, how to use AI tools. Okay. So if our our audience are expecting that, you may comment in the chat box. I will prioritize in the next session. So for now, let me continue with the job application process. Now we'll ask ChatGPT to generate most appropriate resume for this job role. Then it will give you some content, but make sure you should learn everything about the ChatGPT generated resume. Before going for interview, you should know each and everything about your resume. So you cannot tell that it was generated by ChatGPT. I missed some details. You can't tell these things to recruiter. And some of the students, I heard that It was generated by my friend. I didn't know some details. They may not tell you immediately, but the moment you tell that answer, you got rejected in the interview. So mark this down. Okay. You can't, nobody will tolerate the ignorance. You must know the things, whatever the possible ways to learn those things. Yeah. Don't be ignorant. Don't depend on your friends or family members or one-time mentors. Try to choose a right mentor who can guide you till you get the job. Okay, let's continue our process. In the next, our resume is ready with the ChatGPT generated. We also got prepared. And you may also ask ChatGPT to generate the interview questions which are missing skills in your resume. Prepare at least 5 to 10 interview questions from unknown technology. Like whatever the job description mentioned, but you don't have that skill. In that situation, you may just follow 5 to 10 interview questions. Those are enough to crack the interview. No need to be expert in that. Or don't go to details about it, how the implementation will happen. I don't know anything about Gate. If they ask these many questions, how can I answer? Don't get overwhelmed and at this stage. Even they ask you about CACD. I don't even know about the abbreviation of CACD. How can I know? How can I tell the answers if they ask some questions? Don't get overwhelmed. Get some 5 to 10 questions. What is it? What is the abbreviation? What are the possible questions in it? Just learn those. Those are enough to crack the interview. Our main focus is to showcase our skills, which are in our core skills like in our case, Angular, Node.js, Express.js, and MySQL. These are the core skills. They also likely ask you more questions on these, very less questions or no questions in these supporting technologies. These are all about supporting technologies. Next, you applied with a customized resume, but I think 99% of these job seekers will not follow this. Just note it down if you are watching this first time. Prepare a job tracker. How many jobs are you applying for? What is the source of it? When did you apply? And with what resume you have applied. If you get some interview calls from them, then you have to go for the interview with the same resume we have which you have applied. So for that reason, how can you manage? Simply create a Google Sheet, put these columns: serial number, job application URL or job role, job application URL, and resume URL. You may store this resume in a Google document, a Google Drive, and export as a share URL and copy here. So that whenever there is an interview from the same person, you can simply copy that resume, take a printout, and go for the interview. And I will give you one more free tip here, which is not there in this book. So most of the people go with the same resume. They just simply hold their resume and keep it in their back pocket or front pocket. Simply go with the folded resume to the interview. Don't do this mistake. Be careful about the things. Be cautious about these things. Every time you go for interview, take a folder. Don't go with the empty hands. Take a folder. Take some white papers in it. If they gave any kind of task, You may have uh, papers ready to write some code or to explain something. Okay, and always go with some Xerox papers. In some companies, the process might be very fast. If the interview is cracked, they will send to another panel. If that is also fine, they may ask you to join immediately. So it's a fantasy. Still, sometimes it may be possible. So to grab this kind of opportunity, always be ready with your sword, ready with your toolkit. So take at least 2 to 3 resumes with you with the current date that shows your intensity, how you are treating the job opportunity, how you are treating the interviewer, how likely you are giving importance to your career. This kind of things shows you the credibility. So I just quickly compare two persons who got one person went for the interview without formals or some fancy shirt, without shoes, and they folded resume like this, like anything, and there are some marks, strains, and folds. They all kind of shit were there in his resume. And one more guy, he well dressed, he is in cool formals, cleanly shaved, and he took a folder, nicely designed folder, a professional folder to carry his stuff, his resume and his certificates, his credibility, all these things. And then he also carried 3 resumes with printed on bond paper, which is clear. When we take that resume, wow, kind of feel will happen for the recruiter. They may not hire you based on these things, but there will be an impression, definitely the comparison between the unprofessional guy and professional guy. That's why here you need to follow these guidelines. You should not miss any of the details. You should not take any chance while going for the interview. For that reason, follow all these things so that you can get hired likely. And next, so these are the things how to search for a job, not how to search for a job, how to apply for a job with your updated resume. So there are many things to follow. I will be sharing you all my techniques and tactics and strategies how to apply for a job, how to search for a job, how to build referrals. So I will also give you some tips like let me share you some examples from my students. There are some people who got the opportunities, multiple opportunities without applying for a job. You might be thinking it's impossible, but it happened. If you want to know, type how in the chat box. I will explain you in the next live session. And there are some people who got the job without interview. In fact, I also got multiple jobs without interview. So I will also share you what are the tips and techniques how to achieve these kind of results. Currently, I'm doing as a solution architect, job as a solution architect. I did not attend any formal interview. We just had a casual conversation. I showed some credibility and expertise in my discussion. Then, by the time when I asked for the full-time opportunity, they accepted it and I joined here. Currently, I'm in my office doing live from there itself. So these kind of things also happen. So stay tuned to this channel. If you haven't followed it, my Instagram profile or LinkedIn or YouTube channel, just subscribe. You get to know all these things. So I will be teaching you for free as long as you are in live. So I will also answer your questions. And so thank you so much for joining live. See you in the next live session. Thank you.